So while we have plenty of time to research it while we head that direction, and we'll just take our time and make our journey as comfortable as possible. But we should definitely start being on the lookout for any information or signs of where this guy's gone, and what we can do to find him and fix our situation.
From now, I sadly don't remember. Is like the leader of the Imperial Navy ship is Captain or Admiral?
I think it's Admiral.
Okay, so
well, if it's the leader of a battle fleet, it'd be Admiral. It'd be a captain of the ship, but the Admiral could. The Admirals all have their own ship, so they're called Admiral, even though they are essentially a captain for that ship. So it depends on exactly how high up this person is.
Yeah, I would even say that this might be like there is not a single ship flying, but there's entire like battle fleet that let's say it's like coincidences with Imperial Guardsmen sending reinforcements to periphery because of the free side war between Orcs, Imperium and Severan Dominate. So yeah, there's entire battlefield, and you are on the like flagship with Admiral on board. So question would be to Lyra, I guess, as an Inquisitor. Do you inform Admiral? I'm too lazy to actually think of the name for him. Of the Admiral.
Admiral Akbar.
Yeah, Admiral Akbar. It's a trap. Admiral Akbar.
Please.
That's all he ever says in response to anything.
That'd be great, yeah.
Yeah,
Admiral Akbar, go.
Like, do you ask Admiral Akbar? God damn it! Do you ask Admiral if about that particular guy, or do you just say to him that drop us off? Yeah, because Admiral has only like he will go to Kulf, but he also has orders that his transport for you, but he will probably at some point during travel through a warp he will ask, or maybe after arriving at periphery, he'll ask like milady, like where do you wish us to drop you off? Yeah, also I'm gonna say that this is not the first time he's cooperating with Inquisition, and he's like one of these guys, these trusted guys.
Okay. Well, I want to kind of keep him in good standing, so I'm not bossing this guy around, you know. He's maybe his underlings I'll kind of, push around, but him I kind of like look at on a higher level. So I kind of like, I don't fully disclose, but I kind of tell him we're searching for this rogue trader, and it would like help us out greatly if it wouldn't be too much trouble for him to help us like find out information on it, and if he has anything on it, then it would help us know better where we need to go. So if he could find that out for us, I could tell him where we need to go.
Yeah, he notes the name, and like, understood, ma'am. We will look through our databases, and as soon as we arrive in the sector, or are we close by, we will try to find information. If he is still on our side, so to speak, he should be easy to find. If not, it will take some more time, but we will try to divert some of our forces to look out for. Although I hope you will understand, ma'am, that we'll do that right after we drop reinforcements on Kulf.
She'll say, yeah, of course. No, definitely don't don't take too much inconvenience on our behalf. I understand that you have your own objectives, so just whenever it's not a problem, I would greatly appreciate you looking into it for me.
He like nods or salutes and understood, Mom. We'll keep you posted.
Okay, perfect.
Do you do anything else during travel or in the meantime, unless you get information? And that's
no,
like a
kind of
question
just,
for the entire.
Okay, yeah. Lyra just kind of, continues lounging about and just taking advantage of pushing around the little people as much as she can, just kind of flexing her power muscles.
There's not really much for Cadis to do off mission, so she'd probably split her time between meditating, praying. Well, she sort of prays while she meditates, and physical training, really. Actually, I don't think she's met the Moriana and Ignatius before, so she might seek them out at some point or if she sees them in the hall, or if she sees them in the
Okay, go for it.
gym,
Like,
for the lack of a better word.
You can set up the scene and play it out if you want. Because I kind of want to get like a feel on like how these characters like act, not exactly during extermination, so how they like treat one another. I mean, I'm just trying to get feel like that, and that's why I'm asking you all of those questions. So yeah, go for it. If you want to like set up a scene, you can meet and get to know one another. So roleplay that.
Go
ahead.
With terms to Mariana, or with regards to Mariana, after we just got dismissed by Lyra, so after introducing herself briefly, she would simply go and find her quarters, probably a humble room, relatively small, nothing too fancy, but afterwards, as generic as it sounds, she probably heads off to the training deck she'll bring her gear along to the training deck and proceed to test her aim, work out for the moment at least. So that's where you'd likely find her more so.
Cadis probably would have done much the same. I mean, her rooms are extremely Spartan. I mean, she doesn't care one way or another, but just the only thing that she ever carries with her is a mantle shrine. So yeah, she probably would have headed down herself fairly quickly.
Cool. Then
we'll probably be in his room. Well, the thing I rolled is he's engraving his hell pistol call item, so that's going to take at least an hour.
She probably would have foregone her the training session. It's a little too much to have the helmet, but she would show up with a rather heavy glasses that are quite thick and very, very, very dark.
On the contrary, Moriana is doing laps in fully kitted out, obviously not with weapons, but in her armor, helmet included. The way she moves is quite astonishingly flexible. It looks like almost as if this stormtrooper carapace, which would essentially weigh someone down quite a lot, was almost like a second skin. Anyone that had been used to combat could tell she is again, it is almost like a second skin to her. She must have been wearing it for a very, very long time for her to be able to move about unobstructed in the way she did. But that is essentially what she's doing at the moment.
Cadus would walk in, not in skin, but in a body suit glove. So it is quite form-fitting.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, she'd probably pause slightly to observe and then head off to her own training somewhat nearby, which would mostly be around flexibility and agility.
That picture.
Nightmare fuel.
That's evil. But yeah, even though she's not in her armor, even if she wasn't in the armor she arrived in, would it be quite clear to someone who's relatively perceptive that this was Cadus, when she'd met beforehand, or not?
Yeah, probably. One moment.
Sure. Can't look away.
There we go.
Thank you. Now we can watch chat without being distracted.
Oh my god!
You say that, but I got a few more of these.
I think it was eating my soul.
I won't do it though.
Do not,
Yeah.
or I will
Do not do
inflict
it.
grievous XP penalty.
But
So,
then you hear a whisper in the back of your mind from an ancient Emperor Palpatine saying, "Do it, do it."
I won't do it in this chat.
After a short while, I mean, Cade is more than likely going to be a lot faster than Mariana for obvious reasons. So, in passing, Mariana, or at one point when they pass their ways, jogging around the outskirts of the room, she would intend to catch up and keep pace for a short while and say, "Cadus, was it?"
Cadus is my trade name. Do you speak High Gothic?
Yes.
Cadus literally means bloodshed. It's in Latin,
Okay.
so
Yeah, sure,
High
sure.
Gothic, yeah.
Okay.
It's the High Gothic word for bloodshed.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, that is my trade name. My actual name is Tristitia. Sean.
Can you just write that in chat so I can get my head around that?
Oh, wait.
Oh, Tristitia. Okay. Tristitia. Okay. Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Then Tristitia it will be. How long have you known? We know she's Inquisitor now. Yeah. How long have you known Inquisitor Lyra for then? I mean,
I have known her for a few years. We were acolytes together before she became Interrogator and Rose. She is very competent. Very personable.
quite. How would you say this actually?
I like the description. She is acceptable.
I am not too keen on. I am not too keen on those with social aptitude yet. I was drawn to her once I served alongside her in a battle a while ago. I hate this is going to sound so corny, but she does have a definite air of authority about her person. It makes me want to. Yeah, she obviously does. It makes me wish to trust her. And that is a rare trait amongst people in these days.
Her faith cannot be faulted, nor can her skill. I'm not sure exactly what Lord Inquisitor Caton is wanting in all of this, but whatever it is, I'm fairly sure we can rise to the occasion. You are a member of the Guard, are you not?
She nods yes.
I recognize the outfit, but I'm afraid... Well, the armor is obvious, but I'm afraid I don't recognize your...
whatever, like she had she's got a shoulder patch on, but whatever marking was on it's been scratched out quite fervently. I mean, whatever's number or whatever number was on it is not there anymore. Sorry, could you continue? I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to add that in as a bit of detail.
She'll notice, but she won't pry because that's a little too. That's obviously something personal. Is that how you came into the Inquisition service?
It's not that she's being hostile about it, but the way... As soon as the topic changed to her background and past, she's become a lot more reclusive, and her answers are a little more sharp and cold, and would just respond with a simple yes.
Well, Cadus will note that.
She would, assuming there's like a short pause in the conversation, Mariana would, a short while after, come in to say, yeah, let me just roll something here a second to see if she realizes it herself. Maybe, yeah, awareness of how she spoke, I guess. Just passed, nice. Yeah, so after a short few moments of awkward silence, no doubt, she would say, or relent with a little bit of a sigh, I did not mean to be so sharp. It is a story for another time.
Oh, please do not think that I am offended. We all have things in our past that are sometimes perhaps best left there.
Again, she has her mask on, but you could probably tell, well, you can't really tell, but she does smile a little bit at that. Doesn't say anything else. Probably ends up slowing her pace a bit and letting you run off, considering you're much more agile.
She actually probably won't run for too long before, I don't know if there's anything that's comparable to like bars, but...
yeah, there are canteens.
Yeah, well, no, not a bar, but like horizontal and vertical bars for the training of
this thing. Yeah, they can
like hurdles and stuff as well, I guess. And those horses, whatever you vault over.
Yeah, ship.
Yeah.
Like everything is fucking huge in Warhammer, so the ships, their ships are like cities, so they have like zones like that guardsmen can train their physical attributes and whatnot. Speaking of Imperial Guardsmen, you can assume that most of the NPCs are like, they don't see Rosette, but there is something about you that they do not, they treat you like not like with gloves, but like they try to like steer away from you. They don't want any trouble with you.
Well, she's...
They don't try to be rude,
yeah.
but they know that they don't want to, well, do something that they will regret.
So instead of actually continuing on training, Mariana would essentially come to a halt after that final lap and then leave the training room for whatever reason, going back to her own quarters.
Tricita will probably move on to whatever counts for the more like three-dimensional acrobatics type of training, and then probably just space yoga.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure there is something like that because, as I mentioned, this particular admiral is like a trusted guy for Inquisition, so this is not the first time they're doing stuff, so there might be like a room dedicated for assassins and...
yeah. She won't tend to talk to very many other people. If they talk to her, she'll probably just give very single-word answers, very monosyllabic.
Yeah, they don't really try. You look lethal, so... like a lethal beauty or something, so they don't really try unless they well, they... like, the general rumor is that they guys know that there are some big shots that being traveled, so... they might guess that it might be one of... you might be one of these big shots, because even though you are not Inquisitor, you are still a throne agent, and that's a big deal for them.
Well, I certainly am very, very flexible. So, there's that interaction.
Does anybody else wants any kind of scene before you arrive at Periphery?
Yeah, he's not gonna really run around. So unless someone goes to look for him.
Yeah, so
eating?
I think a few
Yeah, he would
things
be.
real quick.
Yeah, I guess he would go out and eat.
I want to talk to Cadus, since I assume we're kind of cool, good friends. Or no, I'm sorry, not Cadus. Mortania and Ignatius, the two people I was with when I fought with the orcs, are going to be people that I search out. But also, I think here is a good place to stop, because we can join again when we are about to actually land, and also I have to leave.
Alright.
Okay.
Sorry to cut it a little short, but I have to go out of town for a dinner.
No problem. No problem.
Also, I think our interaction with each other will go a little better after we've had a week to write out our backgrounds a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just I'm gonna say my bit. If you need to go, then I won't hold you. I'm just gonna say that one bit. I will go through that next session. But what you will receive the moment you arrive at Periphery is that Admiral will call you to a bridge and say that he has information, and then it will turn out that the Rogue Trader ship is orbiting with Imperium forces near Kolv, and from what he knows, it looks like it's been attacked and majority of the crew of that Rogue Trader got slaughtered, but the Rogue Trader in question, Maximilian Vermilion, is alive, albeit injured, and he says that there is a vital information for Inquisition agents that he... Okay. So that's what he will know, and cool. From what we can start next session.
Okay, sounds good. So over the next week, I'm going to finish fleshing out those couple Ascension missions I have written out. I'll talk with you guys about adding you into the ones that you wanted to be in, and then I think everybody talking to each other will go a little bit smoother once we have our more recent history fleshed out, so we can actually talk about that.
Okay.
All right. So sorry again for cutting it a little short, but
it was meant technically for session 0. So yeah, see ya, guy. See ya, man.
Bye bye.